Hey, I wanted to look at something with you guys. It's Changerion. I got this off of eBay for just 15 bucks, shipping included. Now, there are some pieces in here, some stickers. I don't like stickers. There's also this card and another card. I don't know what those are honestly for. The pieces that I was trying to get to right here, on the other side of this really annoying bubble. Okay, they would find the lowest point and then make it almost impossible to get to them. I tried to put them on here. Unfortunately, over time, plastic either shrinks or expands, and I think these have expanded to the point where I can no longer get them to go into there, because these are a much softer plastic, almost like a rubbery type plastic, very similar to the actual figures that we had that came with this. Now, this is a standing version of the Changerion. It's unpainted. It only has a few points of articulation that I'm showing you right now. I'm pretty sure I could take it apart if I wanted to, but I'm afraid to because it never ends well for me. All right, so it only has 2 points of articulation. It has a hole in its back for a reason I'll show you in a minute. Now, the bike, this little guy, he's permanently in sitting position, but I think he can come off. I haven't tried this out yet. I'm going to try it out with you guys. So this is the completely built super bike, I guess you can call it. Each one of these pieces does come off and make their own little thing. Starting off with this thing right here. You can see that if it wasn't in this mode, it would definitely be a robot. You know, I have a little rubbery version of this one. I don't have the bigger one. Now, those things are hard to find, and they're hard to find without having to pay a fortune. But if I had the real thing, the legs would come down, and these things would stay up there, but then these would pop down and make fists come out. So this is what it would become. Now, in this mode, you could plug this into his back. And for this little Changerion figure, he now has a backpack. The little blades still come down. So we got a little backpack. That's pretty cool. Otherwise, it looks like he's a squatting robot. And then the bike by itself, pull the yellow part off the front. Now, it didn't come like this, of course, so I had to assemble it to get into this mode. The bike has training wheels, which is interesting. And it has all 4 wheels roll. This one rolls together, of course, as this one piece. And it's got little plug-in places for the pieces for the other things that you attach to it. Now, it does look like he is not glued down, so I'm going to try something with one of my figures in a few minutes after I review really quickly all the things about it. In real life, now, the very first time I ever got anything to do with this, I had no idea what it was. Back in the 90s, before there was ever such a thing as the internet, well, I'm sure people had the internet in the 90s. I didn't get the internet until, I want to say 98. But this right here, I got something like this that actually transformed. This was gold and silver, and this was that color, actually. And this robot bike, it turned into a robot. Like, this is the head, these are the arms, and these split apart to make the feet. And Changerion was just a cool-looking figure. I got it at the flea market where they sell a bunch of bootleg robots that most people don't know. Few of them are noticeable. So this is a nice little tinier version, I guess I could say, almost 1/18 scale. This thing right here would make a robot if it was the big one, the expensive one. These would fold down to make the arms, the head would pop out, and then these, like, see that's right there, this would be the crotch. These are the back of the legs. Actually, I guess that's the front of the legs, and that's the back of the legs. They would fold down and make a sandwich out of it. But in this mode, it becomes a big hover tank, and you can put your figure in it, a standing figure. So I pretend like I have Changerion and his twin brother, not so Changerion, I don't know, Changer Stew, I guess, I don't know. So we got like the hover tank, which I think is pretty cool. I like that mode. So we got 3 different modes, and unfortunately, you know, we don't have 2 of the little standing figures, but we do have a standing guy. I tried this already, and I thought this would be perfect, but this is a 5mm point, and that's more of a 3mm, so it's not going to fit. I could maybe put him on this, but his feet are too big. So I have tried all these options, and his fist almost would fit, but they don't. I haven't tried him on this yet because I didn't realize until I was putting him away last night that the hands do slip off, and he's like a really rubbery thing. So that hand came off, that's why I knew that. Ooh, look, damage. Okay, so I don't know if his hands were originally supposed to come off. They do pose though, so I guess you can get him a little bit of a pose Looks like he's climbing a wall. And let's see if we can get my micro man. I think his name is Walter. It's been a while since I've actually learned their names. Let's see if we can get him on there. Oh, wow. It looks like a little baby bike for him. It does not look right. All right. So, it works kind of. This is a little bit small for him. But, and if you're thinking, well, he's just Meiji. He's just too big of a scale. He is an 8 centimeter scale. He's slightly smaller than the original Micronauts or Time Travelers. So, he's still technically 1/18 scale. They say they're the descendants of the Hoodman. I don't know if that's just hearsay. But him standing beside of this version of Changerion is much smaller. He's much, you could tell he's just not the same scale. I would say he's probably about 124 scale, and he's somewhere stuck in between the 1/18 scale and the 124. So I'm thinking like 120 scale or 122 scale. So there we go. And I wonder, honestly, if I can get those 124 cars, which I definitely do, if he can, well, I wonder if he can sit in. No, he's not got the right leg position. Well, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you go on eBay, you might be able to find one for $15 shipped. I got mine from a guy who shipped it for, and he didn't put it in very good packaging, but nothing got damaged. I thought for sure he just put it basically in a plastic envelope, and it's gotten a little crushiness from it, but, and he also put tape. He taped a piece of cardboard to the front to keep this secured, but it did have some tape damage when I pulled it off. I can't seem to find it right now, so what's the point? Like, I think it was like right here, because I had to cut it off. I didn't want to tear it off. So I would definitely say, here's what the Changerion looks like. Now, I do have I paid $40 on eBay when I finally got the internet, and I found out, somehow or another, I finally found out what it was. I was like, I had that figure. I just thought he looked really cool. I did not know who he was. The actual real figure, oh man, it is a billion times better. Mine was just gold and silver chrome. Like, like this right here, that kind of chrome. Oh, the crappier version, that's actually good chrome. Probably mine is not lasted. He's made out of like translucent plastic and chromed shiny bits underneath it. A beautiful figure. I do have him, and just look for my video on him if you want to know. Here's some more information on the back. Originally, this was only 1,980 yen, which if you were to make it analog, that'd be like $19.80, but the prices between yen and dollar fluctuate up and down. I remember whenever the dollar was stronger, back before Bidenomics, we used to be able to buy more from Japan. Japan's doing badly right now too. I don't know if they got their own Biden. That shows you the places to put the stickers here. It also shows you where to put the little rubbery things. Unfortunately, they don't fit. I tried and it just will not go down in there. It did on one side, but it wouldn't do it on the other side. And then it shows you how to put it together, which is very intuitive. So if you just look at the picture, you can figure it out. All right, and if you want to pause that and read that, and let me know what you think. If you have this one, I didn't know it existed. I don't know what I was looking for. I just happened upon it. I was like, oh, that's nice. And I'm sure that I already knew these weren't going to be the regular size of Changerion for $15, especially because if I got these, the real ones, this would be about $200. The ones that are actually the same. Changerion's about 6 inches tall. If I got these all his versions of them that actually fully transform, they'd be about that much. Now, I did have a little rubbery set that if I find all of them, I'll make a video on them if you want me to. And y'all have a great day. I'm going to put it back into its other mode and put it back on my shelf because this is such a beautiful piece to display. So it's fairly easy to put back into the other mode. This one at first caught me off guard because I was like, I was trying to make the nose go inside of it, but it goes on top of it right there. And there's only one way for these to go, in case you get confused. And then what I like to do is to put him in the back like he's just riding on the back, like that. So I have both Changerion and then Changer Elroy, I guess, or whatever his brother's name is. I don't know. I have yet to see any of the shows. I've only seen like maybe a part of one, but I've never seen anybody upload them to YouTube yet. So if you have access to that somehow, let me know. If I had a way to buy it, I would definitely buy this show. I have bought a few Japanese things, like Laserdisc, but finding the actual originals of this, it's during the time of the 90s, and a lot of stuff in the 90s never made it to physical media. It just didn't. It was in that period between VHS and DVD and Laserdisc, and a lot of the 90s is just lost forever, unfortunately. So again, if you have a way of getting a hold of that, let me know. If you have any other Changerion stuff, let me know. I'm a huge fan of Changerion, even though I've never seen it. I just think it's a beautiful, it's just something about it. It's just majestic to me. All right, thanks for spending time with me today. And I hope you have a great, I don't know what I'm going to call this, Tokusatsu Day? Tokusatsu Tuesday, maybe? Or maybe Taco Bell Tuesday. Taco Tuesday, Tokusatsu Tuesday. Yeah, there we go.